my darlings. I should say bonjour. I'm here in the beautiful French Riviera this weekend for a girls' weekend with my mum, Lala, and we are in a beautiful medieval village called Bormes-les-Mimosas. It is, I'll pop a little map on the screen here so you can see where we are. We're about, I would say, just under an hour, traffic dependent, from Saint-Tropez, and it's the most gorgeous area. The village, I'm going to take you on a little walk through now. It is a medieval village, not huge, and it is world famous for the beautiful flowers that grow all throughout the village. Bougainvillea growing up beautiful medieval buildings, and hydrangeas, of course, mimosa, which funnily enough is the only flower that I've not seen yet. But we actually arrived yesterday. That in itself is a long story. We were meant to be here 48 hours ago, but British Airways decided to cancel our flight, but we made it and we've got plenty of time to explore this beautiful place. So we arrived yesterday in the afternoon. We flew into Marseille. Sorry, I'm trying to find somewhere that the sun doesn't illuminate the dust on my camera. It's already pretty toasty and it's only 8:15 in the morning. My top tip if you're exploring somewhere new is just get up and go. I slept with heatless curls in, so I do feel a little bit glam for 8:15 in the morning, but never mind. Yes, we got here yesterday, drove from Marseille over to Bormes-les-Mimosas, and it was about an hour and 3/4 drive. Beautiful, beautiful drive through some really lovely villages. And we checked into our hotel. I found online a hotel called Le Mirage. It's about a 20-minute walk or a really easy 4-minute drive into the actual village centre. A really gorgeous place. We ended up having dinner there last night after coming and exploring the town. I'd actually booked us a restaurant called Le Jardin, which a friend had recommended, but the only booking that I was able to get last night was at 9:30 in the evening. So we actually decided to head back to our hotel and ended up eating a little bit earlier, but it was really, really beautiful. All the town was very bustling, open. It was a Saturday night, lots of beautiful artisan shops, and we've got some really lovely plans for today. But for now, let's head out on a beautiful, peaceful morning walk. I just want to show you, this is the view that I was looking at while talking to you. They are beautiful honey-coloured, golden, almost terracotta buildings all throughout the hillside. This is a beautiful valley down here, and then that is the sea. There is a port of Bormes-les-Mimosas as well, and we are heading towards the sea later on today, so I can't wait to show you what we've got planned. This is the Hotel de Ville up here. Really beautiful. But anyway, let's go and explore. This is the walk that you take to get into town, and even this is just absolutely beautiful. There are beautiful blooms absolutely everywhere. Look at this incredible hibiscus flower. So if you watched our Saint-Tropez travel vlog last year, this place might sound familiar. We didn't actually visit here this time last year, but we visited Le Lavandou and Chateau Leoube, which, spoiler alert, you'll be seeing a little bit later, because our friends were actually looking to buy somewhere in Le Lavandou, and when they said that 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 was a village known for the flowers, I was desperate to come back. So it's perfect because you'll see, maybe in this vlog, maybe in the next one, we've basically got an entire week in Provence doing lots of exploring, but I'm so glad that Lala and I got to visit 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. But anyway, I'm on the mission to find a morning coffee, so let's get going. Okay, I feel like I don't want to be talking too loudly because it's still quite early, even though there's a little bustle of people down in that main little kind of viewpoint area. But these side streets are completely empty. This street here, or rue, is called Rue de Bougainvillea, and I'll show you why. There are these beautiful medieval houses here, and all of the walls have kind of got flowers growing within them, which is so beautiful. And then down here, we explored all of this last night, is a beautiful church with bougainvillea growing all up it, and behind me, this is, I need to flip you around. This is one of the most iconic buildings in 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. It's possibly a little bit late for bougainvillea. Just by a couple of weeks you can see how it would have all been these juicy pink flowers. They're actually leaves, leaf petals, and this gorgeous old door. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? And then this is the church, and I just think these blooms look so gorgeous. We've got grasses similar to this growing at home, but they don't flower quite as beautifully. Look at that. And then this church bell tower is the one that we could hear chiming a little bit earlier. Okay, so I've come up to this beautiful viewpoint. We are by Le Chateau 𝑑'Esigües. Excuse my awful French. Just tucked away here, this medieval building. And you can see now just how close we are to the Mediterranean Sea. Over here we get a little vista of the village. Just so beautiful, the bright bougainvillea really pops out in all the different areas. And then this is another lovely hotel, it's called Hôtel de Eden Rose. Also looked really nice. Gosh, it's going to be a beautiful day. I found the perfect place to prop you to do a little outfit of the day. This is a lovely dress that I got from a brand called 𝑑'Esigües, and this is actually H&M. I've taken the ribbon out just for this morning. I can already tell this is going to be too hot for today, so I'm going to head back to the hotel, meet Lala, my mum, and we're going to have breakfast together, and then we're going to head out and do some exploring. This is our lovely hotel. We can sit out and enjoy the view for breakfast. Let's head inside and see what is on the menu. Okay, my darlings, we've had a lovely breakfast and I'm about to get ready now to head out for the day. So, do you know what? I am so impressed with these heatless curls. This was day 3 hair. I put a little bit of oil, it's actually an after sun oil, but I put a little bit in the ends of my hair last night. It's this one, which is the After Sun Nourishing Oil for Hair and Body by Kiko. Kiko have just released their brand new summer collection, and there's everything from SPF for the face, for the body, for the lips, all the way through to this gorgeous shimmering after sun oil. This is a regular one, but there's also a shimmery one. Excuse my voice, I am at the very end of that really annoying cold. But yes, I just put a few drops of that on the ends of my hair last night and then wrapped it up in my heatless curls, and it's perfect, easy holiday hair that looks voluminous and zero effort. So getting ready to head out, and we are going to be out pretty much the majority of the day. I think we're going to head down to the port and then we are going to the Plage de Leoube and the cafe. Leoube have got a chateau and a vineyard where they create the Leoube wine that you can find at Daylesford, and the pubs as part of the Daylesford group, which I'm sure if you are a regular viewer of my channel you're very familiar with. So SPF wise, also from the Kiko new collection, this is their Sun Protection Fluid Factor 30. And I've also got the factor 50 with me. I'll probably do 30 on my legs and 50 on the upper part. This is super water resistant. It's also formulated with hyaluronic acid, so it's really nice and hydrating for the skin, and it's formulated to be safe for marine life as well. It actually partially starts to degrade in the environment after 28 days, which is something that's really worth considering. Within that collection, there's also the Factor 50 lip balm. I am so guilty of forgetting to protect my lips when I'm out and about. So this has got a really nice kind of jelly consistency. Instantly hydrating. It's kind of like a little bit of a gloss as well, and keeps your lips protected from the sun. Now, because I put so much protection on and I still like to have a little bit of a glow, I'm also using a self-tan mist. So I have got a full tanning mousse with me that I think I might do tonight, so I'll share that process with you. But this is the self-tan water for the body. I do also use it on my face from Kiko's collection. So everything within the collection is in these different colours, so you know which collection to grab. You've got the SPF in the bright blue, you've got the tanning in the orange, and then, do I have anything in this room? I'll show you later the After Sun products in this beautiful kind of aqua colour. So this mist is a really nice, I would say buildable tan. It's not super deep straight away, it's a really fine mist. So you can just mist it over the areas that you want to get a little more bronzed. This is also formulated with hyaluronic acid, so really lovely and hydrating. I would say within skincare, when you're on holiday, hyaluronic acid is the #1 thing that I'm looking out for, just to kind of ensure that my skin is always hydrated and glowing. And a perfect product to combine that with is the Self-Tan Serum. This is designed for the face. It's a really nice lightweight serum, as you can guess, with hyaluronic acid as well. I popped this on before my facial SPF this morning, and then a little bit of BB cream. And because I'm keeping my body protected and my face ultra protected, minimum factor 50, cap on all the time, I don't tend to pick up a natural tan on my face, which I'm okay with. But because I want to keep my face as tanned as my body, the self-tan serum and then the mist just keeps me this really nice colour, which just helps me to feel my best when we are travelling. So that's a little preview into my holiday beauty routine. I'll show you a little bit more of during the holiday tanning a bit later, because that's something I get asked a lot of questions about. I do a lot of self-tan prep and the first tan before I come away, and then I do a second layer of tan halfway through the holiday. So I'm going to bring that forward and do that with you this evening. But for now, we're going to head out. Obviously, I don't like to wear too much makeup when we're out and about. This is actually from the Kiko Days in Bloom summer collection. It's just really nice popping in the beach bag, because I like to just top my makeup up before lunch. You've got this really beautiful powder, which is quite an illuminating powder, and then this slightly more highlighting powder, which is just lovely for the kind of neck and décolleté area. So pretty. And a really big mirror in the lid, so perfect for applying on the go. And this lip liner, it's the Everlasting Lip Colour Precision Lip Liner from Kiko in the shade 502. It's kind of like a corally pink colour. And I've just drawn in my entire lips in this beautiful colour. This is going to come in my beach bag with me. Okay, so I'm SPF'd, I'm misted, I've got the teeniest little bit of makeup on. If I was doing a full beach day or pool day, I probably wouldn't even do the BB cream and the blush, but because we're going for a little bit of a wine tasting and a lovely lunch, I just wanted to add that teeny weeny little touch. So So without further ado, let's go and explore. So we have made it down to the port town and Lala has spotted a giant paella. Wow, look at this. Yeah? Giant seafood paella. Wow. Gorgeous. So we've just had a little walk through the port and this is La Plage, the beach at Bormes les Mimosas. There's a couple of lovely kind of beach cafes here, really big beach, as you can see everyone's playing football. It's really beautiful and there's lots of boats that you can rent to sail around the cove. But we are heading to Leoube, so we're just going to trot down the high street, maybe. Yeah, this is really cute. So our hotel has these little beach bags in the room, modelled by Lala. They're really handy, aren't they?
Very handy.
Gorgeous.
Good size, good shoulder.
Yes.
Good for carrying for little people.
Perfectly modelled. Très bien. It's always worth taking a look in the French pharmacy for the best skincare brands. Let's see. Alven, La Roche, Bioderma. SOS spray, anti-itching, ultra-soothing. Gosh, that could be heavenly if you've got a kind of bug bite or something. About 15-minute drive out of Bormes les Mimosas is Chateau Leoube. We did come here last year as well, but it's just such a lovely spot for lunch. There's a really gorgeous beach here, so we thought we would come back this year. I thought it would be lovely to show Lala as well.
Gorgeous.
I really am a creature of habits. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 every day when we're at home, and Chateau Leoube when we come to south of France, but if it's 15 minutes away, it would be rude not to. I believe this outside seating is new since we came last year. Or maybe they just hadn't brought it out yet. And then they've got a little boutique here. Familiar with how Leoube tastes.
Yeah.
This is the classic. 4 grapes in this one. Well, more than 4 in total, 4 different kinds. There's a pot to spit it out, but I don't think we'll be doing that, will we?
I'm not spitting it out.
No, nor am I.
It's too delicious.
Lovely. Spicy at the end? I don't really get spicy.
No.
No?
No. I smell, if you smell it, it smells like going
I forgot
down
to smell
into
it. I
the
just went
caverns.
straight into drinking it.
It smells like going down into the caves.
Okay.
Doesn't it?
Is that where the word 𝑭𝒂𝒕 comes from?
Yeah.
Oh.
Cava is Spanish for cave. Did you not know that?
No. Next is Secret de Leoube. Again, 4 different grapes, excuse my lipstick marks, including the Cabernet Sauvignon, which is what gives it the lovely light colour. If I remember correctly, I think this one is my favourite.
Gin. I still smell the caves, but not quite as much as in the other one. It's just gorgeous.
See, I get it stronger in this one, I'd say.
It is a stronger smell, but not as much as of colour.
Oui. Ah, that's lovely.
That is mellow.
Yeah.
And drinkable.
Yes. So if you are at 𝑑ailsford, or actually I think you can get these on Ocado, the lightest one is this one. It is Secret Leoube. That's what we're drinking now. And look, you can picture, this is the vineyard right by the sea. How gorgeous. And this is a little mini grapevine that they've got growing in the shop. Beautiful.
Have you noticed that the decor
It's like grapevines.
is like the tendrils, isn't it?
That is very well spotted. I would not have put two and two together. Clever. I know, it's typical.
3 grapes in the blend.
Oui?
Roll, sémillon, uni blanc. And you will taste something fruity.
Fruity.
Yes.
Okay, 3 grapes in the white wine. We've both committed the etiquette faux pas of not slurping from the same place. You're meant to only have one lipstick mark. Did you know that as an etiquette rule?
I didn't know that, but you're going all the way around the glass.
I am.
At least I'm sort of keeping more or less to the area.
Much better. Cheers.
Darling.
Get the cave aroma.
Yes, I did.
That smells more outdoorsy to me. Oh, I always forget how much I love the white wine from Leoube.
Yes, it is actually.
Really nice. So we've actually got the shop to ourselves now. There were some other guests in here before, so I'll just quickly show you. Little wine corner, which is beautiful, including the giant bottles. I love the straw bags, and they've got the little clutch bags. My dress outfit of the day. This was actually from River Island. It's got the cute little seashell detail. And then this beautiful driftwood, which may have been where I got the inspo for our dining room. They've got all the new products like the gin, beautiful tablescapes, another mini grape tree. And then upstairs they've got the clothes, and they've got the Bamford toiletries. Beautiful. Very peaceful spot. This is the geranium pebble soap that our guests got in their goodie bag when we did our floral and Pilates class at 𝑑ailsford a couple of weeks ago. Okay, this is really kind. So Jérôme, who is one of the managers here at Chateau Leoube, he has very kindly offered to give us a quick tour of the vineyards here. They're not typically open to the public for general tours, but you can email and request. So I'll leave the info for that down below. The vines here and the grapes are all grown organically, no weeds, no pesticides, and all of this has been weeded by hand. A lot of work. Jérôme was also just saying how they use regenerative farming. So one of the fields which used to be a grapevine field is now growing wheat and barley, and that will be harvested just for a couple of years, and then it'll grow as grapevines once again, just to bring the nutrient back to the soil. Really interesting to see that that's what they're doing here when it's such a buzz in the UK as well. But this vineyard is absolutely beautiful, and it's just the first one that we've seen. There's more to look at, so let's get going. He was actually saying that this one looks a little bit too overgrown. They don't want these side shoots coming out because that draws more energy to the shoots and less to the grapes. But my goodness, absolutely beautiful. And there are over 1,500 acres of grapevines here. Well, we are definitely in wineland. Every field is row after row after row of beautiful grapevines. Some of these will have been here for absolutely decades probably, and they're just all so beautiful. These ones right by the ocean. The other side of the road where we've parked is the Mediterranean Sea. You do have to kind of look for them. They're just tucked away inside. There we go, there's a little bundle. I presume they're not quite ready to be harvested yet, but there they are. We have got some in our garden, but the last few summers we haven't had any grapes because we've not had any sunshine.
You can see the gnarled vine here, look really well. Look at that.
Oh wow, this is an old one, isn't it?
Yeah, very old.
Beautiful.
On that.
This is the car that we've rented. I don't think I'd have chosen blue, but it's a little mini and it's actually really nice to drive. The roads here are mostly pretty quiet. Any closer to Saint-Tropez and it could get a bit crazy, but round here it's fairly peaceful. So we've stopped at another field, and I originally asked if these were for white wine, but they will actually ripen to be a red wine. And Jerome was explaining that sometimes if a vine grows too many grapes, it actually weakens the flavour of the ones that are growing. So what they do is they snip them. It's called a green harvest when they are young. They just leave them to compost into the ground, bring the nutrients back, so that the ones on the bushes continue to grow nice and strong and full of flavour. They have, at the busiest time of year during the harvest, around 30 people working here, and just 10 full-time throughout the entire year. It's a full operation. So Jerome was just explaining about these trees. They are a type of cork tree. They don't harvest the cork, it's all just naturally what was already here. And then the green, almost kind of bushes, you can see just behind the orange arrow, they are cane. And this is the type of cane that you would use in wind instruments for the little reed. If you've ever played, what is it, clarinet or something like that. Really interesting. And all around there you've kept it really wild, improving the biodiversity, which we love to see, not surprised. And there's rosemary, there's wild mint, there are even some little wild tortoise that live around here. It's just absolutely beautiful. You can hear the cicadas having a great time. So Jerome has brought us to the top of this. It's a hill, yeah? A hill, yes. Not a mountain. And we get the most beautiful view up here of the estate. We can see how neat and perfect the vines are. And Jerome was saying that the maximum production here is around 350,000 bottles a year. And even though the estate is one of the largest in the region and could produce a lot more, they don't, because the land is protected. So Leoube focus on the quality of the wines rather than the quantity, which we love to hear. But look at this view. And also the fact that they're so close to the sea means we get a beautiful sea breeze, and that actually helps with pest control, so they don't get quite so much mildew and things like that on the vines. You can see the chateau in the distance, you can see the Plage de Leoube, and that big cream patch is, was it barley or wheat?
Barley.
Barley, thank you. That is the barley field that used to be the vineyard, the grapevines, and is now being restored. So you can see this incredible region that you can picture where your grapes have come from next time you enjoy a glass of Leoube. All the way up here?
Yeah.
800 million years ago?
Exactly.
It would be,
and
wow.
when the sea withdraw itself from the land,
Yeah.
it has left its seabed.
Wow.
So there is no fossils, but this is a slate
Yeah.
from the old seabed.
It's
Look at it
glistening.
shining. It's
Yeah.
It's very
beautiful.
fragile.
Wow.
And this is, as you can imagine, full of
Minerals.
minerals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it gave the freshness to the wines,
Wow.
which is unique to Leoube because of its proximity of the sea. As
That's
soon as
incredible.
you go behind us in the land,
Uh-huh.
you
Less.
won't find that
Wow.
beautiful.
That's amazing. Gosh. So this wine is very good for you because it's full of minerals from 800 million years ago in the sea.
It's mainly good because there is no chemicals
No.
at all in a vineyard
Wow.
and in a winemaking process.
Do you think if someone could make like a mineral powder that you could consume from this slate, or would that not be?
We never,
No.
never said, but a bit of glittering for
Wow.
you tonight.
Perfect. Ready to party.
Yeah.
Amazing. And now, after that lovely tour, Café de Leoube, right on the beach. Let's see if they can squeeze us in. Here we are, Lola. Chateau Café Leoube. Yeah. Our nibbly starters have arrived. This is their legume of the potager, the vegetable garden veggies. And then we have got a stracciatella, which is a beautiful, I think it's a burrata cheese whipped with maybe yogurt or cream. Lovely, with some dips. And of course, Secret de Leoube. And what a gorgeous location. The beach is literally just here. And that's where we're heading after our lunch. Fabulous. And for our mains, I have got a chicken with some seasonal veg and pommes frites. Lola has got a seafood risotto.
Yeah.
A gamba with pea shoots.
Pea shoots.
Lovely.
Calamari. And saucisson.
We just saw a saucisson.
Saucisson.
He was a baby. Very nice. This is the cute little Leoube boutique, just on the beach. Having a little post-lunch perusal. They've got some really cute little bits. These are the plates that we've got at home. Got these fun little hats. Little changing room. This gorgeous little table set up. And like eco children's beach toys. That is adorable. We have had a gorgeous lunch at the Café Leoube, and the beach here, I think it's open to the public, but you kind of have to reserve in order to come in to the car park. Again, they're trying to keep the numbers down a little bit because it is a protected area, but I'm now going to transform into beach monster, hair back, cozy on, cover myself in SPF and head down to the beach. It is a really beautiful beach here. Again, it's all a protected area. And I think you can rent canoes and kayaks. We've just got towels. I think there are a few sunbeds, but if you've got like a beach chair or something, you're probably better off bringing that. But it was a gorgeous lunch. I feel very full, very, very full, and ready for a little nap in the shade. It's about 6:30 now. We have spent a lovely long day on the beach. It really is a beautiful beach. It's quite a busy one, but also today is a Sunday and there's lots of locals that obviously come and use the beach. It was also Bastille Day yesterday, so I think that a lot of French might have taken this weekend as holiday. I've realised, not on purpose, I've got my Leoube cap on, which I actually got here this time last year. I do love a white cap because it just kind of repels the sun away from the face, but it's been a gorgeous day here. I would definitely recommend a visit if you are staying at Bormes les Mimosas or Le Lavandou, and I would also say it's worth a drive from Saint-Tropez if you prefer something a little bit more quiet, just good food, not such a party atmosphere in the daytime, but they do have a lot of events that they do in the evenings. I think the atmosphere really picks up here, but we're just going to enjoy maybe one final little drink here in the cafe area and then back to the hotel to get ready for dinner. Well, my darlings, I've just had that absolutely gorgeous post-day at the beach shower. We've actually only got 20 minutes until we're leaving for dinner because we have booked a lovely table in this amazing restaurant which is like within a cave in Bormes les Mimosas tonight. So I've just done, actually I'll show you, the most gorgeously exfoliating shower. I used this, which is the exfoliating scrub from Kiko. This is made with, of course, hyaluronic acid. That's the running theme from this collection, and it's also got little tiny bits of coconut in there, so it's a super like fine polish for the skin, as well as being incredibly hydrating. So my skin now feels absolutely amazing, especially after a day in the sun. Your skin can get so dry, so anything with hyaluronic acid is just going to flood it with moisture. So I'm going to pop some of the After Sun shimmering oil on from the Kiko collection. I think I mentioned this earlier, my skin has literally been glowing all day because I applied this yesterday. This with a bit of a sun-kissed tan, whether real or fake, and I am going to show you a bit of a fake tan routine. I've decided I'm going to do that tomorrow evening, so that will be, I think, at the end of this vlog. But for tonight, I exfoliated, and now I'm going to give my skin another mega boost of hydration. This has got avocado and olive oil within it. It smells amazing, it's super nourishing, it's super hydrating, and it's got these tiny little gold pigments. So it literally makes you look luminescent. Hopefully you can see this on my skin, just looking absolutely gorgeous. I've made a really lovely mug of tea. This is the chamomile and lavender, and it is so gorgeous. It's still a bit hot. Too darn hot. Okay, I am going to cover myself in this, which you don't need to see, and then I'll come back and show you a really quick summer holiday evening makeup top up. Okay, I have gone for this lovely, really simple linen dress. I'm letting my glowing skin do the talking. Now, I have got a grand total of 5 minutes to top up my makeup. Haven't topped it up since this morning, so I'm going to use a little bit of my Kiko Skin Tone Concealer. This one is teeny weeny, and I keep it in my handbag makeup bag because it's so good for top-ups throughout the day. Literally the world's smallest little tube. It's very hard to do my makeup in this dazzling sunlight. This is my Days in Bloom palette. I'm taking some of the bronzer. This is literally my 3-minute holiday evening makeup. When I'm with Charlie or my mum, we don't stay out late, we don't spend all evening, you know, out at restaurants and bars, so I really don't need to spend too long doing my makeup. And on holiday it's really nice to just let your skin do the talking. A little bit of blush, all the same brush, just for speed. And I'm using the same palette but a smaller brush for my eyeshadow. This one's a little bit shimmery, so it's perfect. I think this is the same lip liner I used this morning, the Precision. Oh no, this is 517, also from Kiko. It is so creamy, it really doesn't drag along the lips. And then I'm going to fill my lips in with the Kiko Hydra Lip Stylo in the shade 16. This is one of my favourite lip products of all time. I've spoken about this a lot. It is super balmy. A quick refresh of mascara. This is from the Kiko Days in Bloom collection. Brush through the brows. The packaging for the Kiko Days in Bloom collection is so beautiful. I worked with them on an Instagram project for this collection. This is the highlight, just taking the tiniest little bit. And my hair has gone rather fluffy, so I'm just going to take the tiniest little bit of this oil, just a drop. This is the regular, not the shimmery, and I'm going to run this through the ends to smooth out my hair. And we are pretty much ready to go. have made it into town. It's a beautiful evening. Look at this gorgeous golden sunlight. There is one of the village churches up here. That is the Eden Rose Hotel. I think I showed you that earlier from a different viewpoint. Beautiful vista. We're going to meander through the streets to our dinner reservation. So we are on one of the main little streets in Bormes-les-Mimosas. And as you can see, it's very quiet. It wasn't quite so quiet yesterday. Yesterday was a Saturday night though. But if you compare this to Taormina, for example, it is much more calm. Our restaurant is in here, 𝘞𝘩𝘢𝘐𝘮, I think it's called, Porto. And it's almost like you're going into these beautiful old caves, which you'll see in a second. Morning, my darlings. It is another spectacular morning here on the French Riviera. We are heading more inland today. We are sadly leaving our beautiful hotel, Le Mirage. I'm really happy to recommend this place actually. It is, as I mentioned, a 20-minute walk out of Bormes-les-Mimosas. Gorgeous views. I quite like the fact that it's a bit out of town, you've got a bit more space. The pool here is amazing. There's a small gym. I went and did a Peloton bar class this morning. I don't think there would be enough weights there for Charlie, but there were rowing machines, there was even a skill mill, some bikes, and very aesthetic with the wooden machinery. Really lovely hotel. And yeah, today we are heading inland. Our final destination is a place called le Couvent des Minimes. I think that's correct. But we are taking a road trip via Aix-En-Provence, spelt Aix-En-Provence, which is a beautiful town, city. I have been before, but very briefly, and I found a really lovely spot for lunch. Then another hour's drive to Le Couvent, and when I get there, I actually begin a work trip. Now, because our flights, did I even tell you the full story? I don't think I did. Basically, our original flights out here were cancelled. So we were meant to be doing 3 nights here, and then I was meant to be taking my mum back to Marseille airport and she was going to fly home. But because they cancelled our original flight, we had to fly the next day. It was very stressful. I didn't want to cut my mum's holiday short, so I said, you know what, I think you can just bunk in with me for the first night of my work trip, so we still get the full day today and a tiny bit of time tomorrow together as well. So that is the plan. But we're just checking out of Le Mirage. I hope to be back here one day, and we've got about an hour-and-a-half drive. It's going to be a beautiful sunny drive to Aix-en-Provence. I'm such a big car kind of girly when I'm back home, but I have to say, when I'm abroad, I do like to go with little cars, just because the streets here, especially in France and in Italy, can be so narrow, and I do often find that... What movie scene does this film remind you of? What was I saying? Yes, but in other countries, when I'm not so familiar with the roads, I do like a little car, and it certainly makes parking a lot easier.
You are my sunshine. You are my sun. Red and white. You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my sun. Red and white. You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my
temperature back was higher than I expected. We have been on the road for nearly 2 hours. There was a little bit of traffic. We just did a driving tour through the centre of Aix-En-Provence. We were looking for somewhere to park, but there was absolutely nothing. But we only had half an hour to explore Aix anyway, so we'll save that for another time. We've come to our spot for lunch, which I researched and booked a table here. It's a beautiful hotel called the Saint-Ange, and it's got this gorgeous terrace outside, beautiful gardens. So we're going to have a nice early lunch here before we continue our road trip, and let me show you around because this place is such a gem. We're quite early, so there's only one other couple dining here so far, but look at this beautiful terrace. There is a table here set for 8 people, and this is a giant wisteria. We are in their gorgeous gardens. I mean, look at this. Look at the rooms here, looking out onto the gardens. I would definitely book to stay here if we had another trip to Aix-En-Provence. Okay, it's official. I am definitely coming back to this hotel. We've just ordered some lovely cocktails to enjoy, and look at these beautiful walkways. It feels so typical with the tall cypress trees, and then this little walkway down here. You've got the verbena, you've got some lovely rambling rows. It feels like a fairly newly built building, but done in a traditional style. Oh, it's just absolutely gorgeous here. Looks like they do a little afternoon granita here, or something similar, like they did at the hotel Charlie and I stayed in Taormina. How cute is that? And then there's the hotel pool over there. Absolutely beautiful, all in these gorgeous gardens. Gosh, even the menus here are beautiful. So we are in the 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 restaurant, which in itself looks like a Da Vinci painting or Monet. We haven't even ordered yet, and we've got all of these lovely bits. This is a tomato and watermelon. Then we've got a mussel with a green curry paste, a moulin, which is a traditional fruit of this particular region, and then a parmesan crisp with olive tapenade. Wow. Happy, Lila?
Absolutely. And what were these? Look at the
champagne with... I stopped listening after champagne and just said yes.
Yes. That's a marigold in there.
Oh, well.
There we are.
Cheers.
Salute.
Salute. This is incredible.
Something in the bottom.
Something underneath? What is it? Sun-dried tomato?
It's just a tomato.
Oh, it's like air. And then these are little courgette flowers on... Ooh, little fly, go away. Ooh, on the mussel. Yummy. So it's quite a fish-heavy menu, so I've gone for the veggie options as a non-fish lover. This is a 𝑃 velouté with a beautiful foamy, cheesy foam on top. Spinach and tomato, all local ingredients. And Lala has got something very delicious looking. It's a crab something.
No.
Crab?
I think it's oysters in it.
Ooh.
Surprisingly.
Lovely.
So we shall see.
Enjoy. Well, it's safe to say that starter was absolutely scrumptious. It really tasted like fresh pea pods that had been picked just minutes ago. And this is the chef here, Pierre Garnel. Seems to be quite established. That was scrumptious. And now we have the main courses. Lala has got a sea bass with a beautiful spelt risotto on the side. I think all the main courses were either fish or a big fillet of beef, but one of them was a lobster risotto. So I asked if it would be possible to do it without the lobster, and I noticed there was artichoke on the menu elsewhere, so the chef was able to add in artichoke and rocket for freshness, is what the waitress just explained. Looks absolutely scrumptious, and the sign of a great chef is when they can mix and match from the menu. How is it? Tutto bene? Fabulenko? Yamarillo? Jolly good. Okay, let's dig in. Well, that was one of the most delicious meals I think I've ever had. Was it a top meal for you?
Stunning. Absolutely
Stunning.
Just so tasty.
So tasty. Amazing ingredients, and we even noticed we are a stickler for little details. They actually have different coloured glasses, like blue on top or Lala's yellow on top, based on as modelled by, based on whether you're having still or sparkling water. Little details like that, and they match the bottle, so the blue bottle is still and the yellow bottle is sparkling. Now I'm committing the ultimate sin in Europe by having a cappuccino after lunch, but we're meeting the 𝑭𝒌𝒨 team later, so I think I'm going to need to be perked up for the afternoon. And we've got another hour on the road, but I have got a chocolate souffle coming next. And then we are going to digest by taking a little stroll around the garden here, because it really is stunning. Absolutely stunning here. Ooh, good coffee. Worth it for the etiquette faux pas. Some final little sweet treats to finish. We have got a citron tart, meringue tart with a yuzu jelly, and then a little chocolate biscuit with a Peruvian chocolate and a gold leaf to finish. And wow, what a dining experience this has been. Still can't quite get over this setting. It's been rather fabulous. Right, second to last morsel of this incredible lunch. Yum!
Gorgeous.
Okay, seeing as this vlog is sponsored by Kiko, I'm going to show you, this is my favourite little item for makeup top-ups on the go. It's their Radiant Fusion baked powder. I always have this in my handbag. It's a powder, but it's actually got quite a lot of coverage. It's a little bit like the Hourglass ambient lighting in that it's quite glowy, but if you need to mattify but also a little bit of coverage, it is the dream. I use this big fluffy brush and it's fabulous. A real summer holiday essentiel, as they would say in France. And then I'm going to top up my Everlasting Colour lip liner, shade 517. It's actually very bad etiquette to do any makeup at the table except for lipstick without a mirror. But we are the only people in the restaurant now, so no one minds. But applying lipstick without a mirror is perfectly acceptable. So technically this is okay, but I am going to use a mirror. Lovely. This is what I showed you yesterday, the Hydra Shiny Lip Stilo in the shade 16. Lovely. So we're just digesting with a quick walk around the gardens here. We are in love. It's so beautiful. Look at this humongous Hydrangea Annabelle behind me. We're down in the lower half next to the gelato wagon, what would you call it, item. Just look at this place. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think we should stay here next time, don't you, Lila?
Yes, it's beautiful.
We loved our hotel, but this is a different location.
It's like a little oasis. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful.
Hydrangeas, but I think there's like a trellis on the wall.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Sort of
attaching them.
Putting them back, because they couldn't be upright like that, you know, even after the sort of rain.
No,
So
maybe we need to do that.
Very safe.
Trellising for hydrangeas.
Yes, very minimal.
Minimal.
Minimal trellising.
Next stop, Couvent Des Minimes.
Yeah.
Minimes. Minimes?
So you're going to fetch the car.
Oui, perfect. Gorgeous. We will be back.
You are my sun, red away.
Okay, after another hour on the road, we have made it to Le Couvent des Minimes. I may have got that wrong, but the correct name will be on the screen down here. I hope you guys are appreciating the new location tags that we're adding, and let me know if you've spotted them, and hopefully they're useful, especially on travel trips. Well, we've just checked into the hotel, and as I mentioned, this is now a work trip with 𝑭𝒂𝒕. Lala is here for one night only, and the 𝑭𝒂𝒕 team have very kindly invited Lala for dinner as well, which is so sweet. I am really looking forward to Lala meeting Joe Good, because I just think that as two little ladies, they are going to get along like a house on fire, so I can't wait for them to meet. There's so many lovely ladies here. So we have just quickly unpacked. I've got these dresses here so that when I shower later, the steam from the shower can help to decrease them, hopefully. But as you can see, I popped my cozy on under my dress, and we're going to go and catch some sun. I will show you a few clips on the screen here of how beautiful our room is, and some beautiful goodies left for us by 𝑭𝒂𝒕, and I can't wait to delve into those a little bit later. But for now, let's go and dunk in the pool. So we're ready for dinner, and these two have just met because Joe is 2 rooms down. You're besties already.
And Lala, we're like stereo. We're the same height, the two of us.
You are, it's adorable. Oh my goodness. Well, it's lovely to see you, Joe.
So I can't believe you're next to me. And then Paula Sutton, 𝘞𝘢𝘢𝑗𝑢𝑠 Vintage, is next to me the other side.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. So we're heading down to meet the 𝑭𝒂𝒕 team for dinner. Joe's looking very glam. Lala, you're looking gorgeous in your dress. Beautiful. Hello. Oh, and here's Paula. Oh, bless you. I love this trio. This is the dream trio. I knew. These two are comparing bunions. They've got a matching bunion on the same foot, apparently. I think they're long lost soul sisters.
Never have your bunions operated.
Look at this. Dinner is served.